So today next topic, how are stationary waves are formed in closed pipe and obtain relation for their frequencies. Okay, in previous topic we have studied about the how frequencies are formed in open pipe. Now, so in the present situation, how the frequencies will be formed in closed pipe. So what are the differences between open and closed pipe first of all, and first how stationary waves are formed. So let us say this is one of the closed pipe. That means one end is closed, another end will be open. Such a pipe is called closed pipe. Let us consider the length of the pipe will be equal to L, length of the pipe. Suppose if you send a sound wave into this closed pipe, it gets reflected from the closed end. So that means incident wave and reflected wave get superimposed with each other and form either standing wave or stationary wave. Another name of stationary wave is standing wave. So node is formed at the closed end and antinode will be formed always at the open end. We know that the distance between node and antinode will be always lambda by 4, where lambda is the wavelength. That means the length of the organ pipe is 1 by 4th of the length of the wave. So here, how do you calculate the frequency? Generally, relation between velocity, frequency and wavelength, V is equal to mu lambda, where V is the velocity of the wave. So distance traveled by the wave in 1 second, frequency, number of oscillations or cycles completed in 1 second is called frequency. Wavelength, okay, distance between two successive nodes and antinodes. So here there was fundamental frequency here. Fundamental frequency, let us say it will be mu1 is V by lambda 1. Okay, here L is equal to, from the figure, lambda by 4. Let us say lambda 1, it will be lambda 1 is equal to 4L. Therefore, mu1 is equal to V by 4L. Let us say it will be equal to mu. So see the equation number 1. So fundamental harmonic. So it will be mu1 is equal to V by 4L. What is meant by harmonic? Integral multiple of fundamental frequencies is called harmonics. Okay, next, how the second will be formed. So let us say second harmonic, the second figure, the number of nodes and antinodes will be increased. Let us see. Here this is the closed end. Here it will be open end. At open end always antinode will be formed. So remaining gap will be with a segment, that means a loop, closed with a loop. That means here it is a node, antinode, node and antinode. So in this case, two nodes and two antinodes are formed. That means in first case one node and only antinode is formed. So but in this case two nodes and two antinodes are formed. So length of the pipe it will be L. So it will be L will be equal to, we know the distance between antinode and node is lambda by 4. Again node to antinode is lambda by 4. Antinode to node again lambda by 4. Therefore L is equal to 3 lambda by 4. That means length of the pipe is 3 by 4th of the length of the stationary wave, 3 by 4th lambda. So lambda is equal to 4L by 3. So how do you calculate the frequency? Let us say it will be third harmonic or this second order. So mu3 is equal to V by, let us say lambda 3. So mu3 is equal to V by lambda 3 is 4L by 3. That is equal to mu3 is equal to 3V by 4L. Generally V by 4L is nothing but mu. That means it becomes 3 mu. So mu3 is equal to 3 mu. So this is the third harmonic, not second harmonic is not possible here. Third harmonic, that means only odd harmonics are possible, mu1, mu3 and next mu5. How mu5 will be formed? Let us see here. So the next diagram will consist more number of nodes and antinodes while comparing with the third harmonic. Let us say this is the pipe with one end closed, length L. Always at the open end antinode will be formed. The remaining space filled with, that means increases number of nodes and antinodes. It will filled with two loops or two segments. So like this, here node, so will be antinode, again node, antinode, node and antinode. That means increasing number of nodes and antinodes. Here see how many antinodes are there? 1, 2, 3. How many nodes are there? 1, 2, 3. While comparing it to the second one, nodes and antinodes will be increased. So now the length, the antinode to node, we know that distance lambda by 4, node to antinode lambda by 4, again antinode to node lambda by 4, node to antinode lambda by 4, antinode to node again lambda by 4. How many lambda by 4s are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means 5 by 4th of this total length. So L will be equal to 5 lambda by 4. Okay. Therefore, lambda is equal to 4L by 5 or lambda 5. Let us say it will be fifth harmonic. Okay. Next, mu 5 is equal to V by lambda 5. Lambda 5 will be 4L by 5. Therefore, mu 5 is equal to 5V by 4L. Generally, V by 4L is nothing but mu. Therefore, it becomes 5 mu. So, mu 5 is equal to 5 mu. That means the ratio between mu 1 is to mu 3 is to mu 5 is equal to 1 is to 3 is to 5. That means in case of closed pipe, only odd harmonics are possible. That is in the ratio of 1 is to 3 is to 5. But in case of open pipe, all harmonics are possible. The ratio will be 1 is to 2 is to 3 in case of open pipe. But in case of closed pipe, only odd harmonics are possible. So 1 is to 3 is to 5 is to, then next will be 7, like that. That is the difference between open pipe and closed pipe. This is the fundamental harmonics. How harmonics will be possible. First of all, how are stationary waves are formed? When sound waves sent into this pipe, so it gets reflected from the closed end, and due to the superimposition of incident and reflected waves, nodes and antinodes are formed. Such waves are called stationary waves or standing waves. A closed organ pipe closed organ pipe 70 centimeter long, is sounded if the velocity of sound is 331 meter per second. 331 it will be meter per second. What is the fundamental frequency? What is the fundamental frequency of vibration of the air column? See here, closed pipe. It is the closed pipe. L they are given 70 centimeter. So centimeter should be converted into meter. L is equal to 70 into 10 power minus 2 meter it will be. So it will be sounded. The velocity of sound. Velocity V are they are given. V is equal to 331 meter per second. So fundamental frequency will consist node and antinode. In case of a closed pipe, that is the fundamental, the first harmonic. So okay, what is the distance between node and antinode? It will be always equal to lambda by 4. Distance between a node and antinode will be lambda by 4. What is the fundamental frequency of the vibration of air column? Fundamental frequency mu1 is equal to V by lambda 1. Here L is equal to lambda 1 by 4 and lambda 1 is equal to 4L. Therefore mu1 is equal to V by 4L. Okay, mu1 we don't know the value. V value is 331. 4L, that is 4 into L value we are calculated, that means we are converted centimeter into meter, that will be 70 into 10 power minus 2. Okay, so on simplifying we get 118.2 Hz, that is Hz. So this is the fundamental frequency of the air column. So in case of closed pipe. So here length 70 centimeter will be converted into meters. So fundamental harmonic will consist one node and antinode. That means 1 by 4th of air column. So okay, L is equal to lambda 1 by 4. Lambda 1 is equal to 4L. We know that mu1 is equal to V by lambda 1. So V value is 331. 4L lambda 1 value is 4L. 4 into 70 into 10 power minus 2. On simplifying we get fundamental frequency equal to 118.2 Hz. So next topics are laws of transverse waves in stretch string. What are the laws? There are actually 3 laws are there in transverse wave. So stretch string. So this is the stretch string. So one end is fixed, another end will be free. Suppose if you just disturb here, it gets a vibration. So the vibration will be traveling in the form of a wave, consists the crest and trough alternatively. So what are the laws of these waves? So here to find these laws we have to consider frequency, length, tension or stretching force and the linear density should be denoted with M. Okay. Linear density is nothing but mass per unit length. So the first law. What is the first law? First law of transverse waves of stretch string. So when tension and linear density are constant, T and M are constant. So frequency, so here inversely proportional to length of the stretch string. Okay, length of frequency inversely proportional to length of the stretch string, or mu L is equal to constant. Okay, when tension and linear density are constant, the relation between frequency and length. Frequency inversely proportional to the length of the stretch string. Then second law. Second law, mu directly proportional to root T when L and M are constant. So that means length and linear density are constant. Frequency directly proportional to the square root of the stretching force or tension. So this is the second law. Then third law. Third law, frequency inversely proportional to the square root of linear density when length and stretching force are constant. When L and T are constant, frequency inversely proportional to square roots of linear density. So these are the 3 laws of stretch string, transverse waves on the stretch string. First law, frequency inversely proportional to the length of the stretch string when the tension or stretching force and linear density are constant. Second law, frequency directly proportional to the square root of the tension when length and linear mass are constant, linear density. Third law, frequency inversely proportional to square root of linear density when length and stretching force or tension will be constant. These are the three important laws of stretch string. So laws of transverse waves in stretched string. Daddy? ఇంకా ఏమైనా చెప్పాలంటాడు.